Hey, BSHL fans, and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. Last weekend's semifinal action was unreal, as now each team has one win apiece. The hits are getting hard, the hockey's going insane, and the fans are getting loud. Let's all tune in next week, see some great BSHL action. Now here's your hosts, the Coreys.
Hello and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. I'm your host, Corey, joined by my co-host, my good friend, Corey.
You know, it's fun to do the intro, but there's only one man that can do that intro with a sore voice and all. It's so awesome to have you back.
Hey, buddy. I'm glad to be back. My voice is definitely not 100%, but I missed it, I'll be honest.
Yeah, we missed you.
It's one of the best times when we get to just sit and shoot the shit some. So thank you to Adam for that intro. His energy is amazing, and he means a lot to us.
Absolutely.
What a weekend, Corey.
Insane. This might have been the most busy / entertaining / nail biting. Like, I have zero nails left on my fingers, Just this is what playoff hockey is all about.
Man, that Buck-Touche Miramichi. I didn't get to any of the Buck-Touche Miramichi games. I got to the Hawks game against Dalhousie in Richbuckto. Man, thanks for streaming it. Thanks to Roxanne for streaming it.
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't miss a thing being home watching it. So it's pretty great. But, man, what a job that Roxanne does. And you did a great job in Dal. And
I paid tribute to Roxanne in the live stream last night.
Holy moly, what a goalie.
Holy moly, what a goalie. And Jason Casey kept talking in the stream and being like, holy moly, what a goalie. Shout out Roxanne.
It's by far my favorite. We're going to call it a Roxanneism, maybe. I don't know what to call it. But holy moly, what a goalie is by far my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Let's get into the games, Corey, and talk about them some.
So the first game on Thursday, the Buck-Touche JCs beat the Miramichi Northmen 5-4 in overtime. Some of the goal scorers: Alex Savoie with 2 goals, 3 points. Alexandre Jacob, 1 goal, 2 points. Matthew Newcomb. This is happening on. We are Monday
the 10th of February.
Monday the 10th of February. So happy birthday, Matthew Newcomb. He has 2 assists in this game. Alex Melançon, 1 goal and the OT winner. Justin Leblanc with 1 goal. From Miramichi, Bryce Milson with 2 goals. Avery Brennan with 1 goal. Alex Bernier, 1 goal. Grant Donovan with 2 assists. And Kennedy Gallant with 2 assists.
Heck of a game here.
Insane.
Miramichi battled to try to come back. Buck-Touche wins in overtime. I had a lot of people reach out to me about the hit. The hit is what they kept calling it. And I had to decipher what that meant. They meant the Jacques Cormier hit.
Against Brett Young.
Yeah, okay. So let me say straight. I don't think it was charging. But I think it was a terrible hit. It was a headshot. It scared the crap out of me watching it. I didn't like the hit. I think he got a little suspension. He'll be back this weekend.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know. It wasn't charging. His feet were planted, but man, he targeted the head, in my opinion. Yeah, and you can see that on Cheryl's hit. It scared the crap out of me. But, man, this game there's a lot coming out of this game. So you got that hit. He gets suspended. Buck-Touche comes back, wins the game. Dan Vautour injures his knee in this game. Yeah. So he's out for the next game. But Buck-Touche takes a 1-0 lead. And you interviewed some of the JCs after this. And you said they weren't really excited. They seemed relieved.
The one guy, and I did a bunch of interviews. I just got to say, BSHL players are such friggin' nice guys. Like, the players are so warm and welcoming for the interviews. But the one interview I did was with Alex Collette, and he came out from the door, and he just like just
a lot of weight on a guy's shoulders, man.
And I was like, "You ready?" He's like, "I think so." And he didn't look happy. He didn't look sad. Obviously, they got the win, but relieved was the word that I got out of no words. And they came away with the win, but they gave up that lead. Hats off to Bryce Milson. if MVP awards would be given out for the playoffs today,
They are. Oh,
Bryce Milson is
yeah.
my playoff MVP right now because he battled so much in both games to just like he is the definition. Like if you listen to the interviews and if you're putting all the interviews at the end of this, we're here for a while. So, one of the lines I said at the end, the Miramichi men are the tough ones. That's Bryce Milson right there. Just a battler, a warrior, just never give up, even when you're down. We're going to get into the next game real soon, but just the Miramichi is probably the team that's impressed me the most in the entire playoff so far.
A lot of heart, man. Those guys are playing with heart, just battling. Go ahead and get into that next game.
Next game is the mirror game, I call it, because it's roles reverse. Miramichi beat Buckdouche 5-4 in overtime. So Chris Keating, Captain Chris Keating.
Captain Keating. That's a great eating your words right there.
Yeah.
Captain Keating.
Captain. He's such a nice guy, too.
He's the best.
Just slashes the back of my legs with his skate next time. So Chris Keating with 2 goals, Brendan Milson with 1 goal, 2 points, Jeff Wilson with 1 goal, 2 points, Bryce Milson 1 goal, Jared Toole 2 assists, and Grant Donovan 2 assists. From Buckdouche, Josh Bro 1 goal, Alexandre Jacob 1 goal, Matthew Newcomb 1 goal, Pierre-Alexandre Parenteau 1 goal, and Daniel Leblanc with 2 assists. Brett Young was back in the lineup.
Brett Young just snapped.
He just snapped. He laid a beating on one of the JC's player. And I was taking pictures. Roxanne was streaming, so I didn't need to stream. So I tend to want to do something feel like important.
Yeah.
And I was taking pictures. And when I saw that it was a 7-minute penalty, I took a picture of it because I was like, Corey's going to want proof of this one. And the JCs used that time to go up by a lot. I think it was 4-1 at one point. And then Miramichi battles back. And they battle back and they tie the game. And we go to overtime. And it was Jeff Wilson with the tip-in goal for Miramichi, making this series 1-1. It was impressive. The place was so loud. There's nothing like senior hockey.
It's it seemed like it was wild on the live stream. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine what it was like in person. Captain Keating, man, he put that team on his back.
Absolutely.
And just carried them to overtime. You got to respect a guy like that.
I know Chris Keating is a great hockey player. I've seen him for a few years now. I've never seen him have a game like this where he's like,
I agree,
absolutely elite. Like the puck was on his stick and it was like the puck was on fire. I'm shocked he didn't get a hat trick that night. I'm shocked he only got 2. I thought he was going to get 3 or 4. The way he was playing was insane.
It's like that old NBA Jam game where the ball's on fire once you
boom shakalaka.
Yeah, well, I agree, man. I think that was definitely the best I've seen Keating play, and that's why he's got that C. Mm-hmm. It's leadership like that. And guys like Brett Young dropping the gloves and fighting to defend Josh Russell. That says a lot about Miramichi. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, a lot of respect for guys like that. I also just want to mention Andrew Langtang.
Yeah.
Tanger comes in, and I love senior baseball. I love going to see Ironman games, and so I love seeing Langtang. And he's a huge, great baseball player. Doesn't get enough credit for the role that he plays as a backup goaltender in this league. You don't see the ice as much as you want to, but he's a positive guy, mm-hmm. always there for his teammates. And then when something happens and he has to step in, I mean, what a game, what a night. Yeah. Couldn't happen to a better guy. He's such a nice guy.
Langtang is actually the guy. He came out of the locker room like, hey, Corey, what's going on? Who can I get for you? So he was very helpful to get Chris Keating and Bryce Milson out of the locker room to come talk to me. And credit to both guys. They were like, absolutely, here I come. Let's talk about Buckdouche for a second. Not a bad performance.
No.
By far. Like, they're an elite team. Is it the week off, the 2 weeks off, a little shaky? I can't imagine we see the same thing on Thursday.
It's a lot of pressure. Nobody's has more pressure on them in this league right now than the Bucktooth JCs.
Absolutely.
You sign big names like Cormier and Parenteau. I don't even think that's why this team's winning personally.
No.
I think it's everybody else stepping their game up, and that's why this team's winning. I'm not gonna downplay Parenteau's play. I'm not gonna downplay the importance of Cormier. They add a lot, but I don't think that's the story here. I think the story is a team rallying and playing hard all year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of pressure. That you live in Bucktooth right now.
Yep. You
hear it everywhere you go. They're talking about the JCs. There's a lot of pressure. So I think that's what it is. Now you got a couple games in. 1-1, you lost one. They both went to overtime. You got to be happy with how Colette played. Colette played great.
Absolutely.
Your stars played well. Mm-hmm. I don't know what do you want to call them? Your depth players also played pretty damn well.
Yeah.
You got to be pretty happy if you're Bucktooth. Come out of this. You wanted to come out 2-0, come out 1-1. Maybe you get that pressure's gone a little bit. Come back into the JK, hopefully on Thursday if it doesn't storm.
Yeah.
And we get game 3 of this. Maybe one of the best series we've seen.
I think both series right now are some of the best. I just want to mention I can't put
for different reasons.
Yeah, for different reasons. I can't step into the Tim Hortons in Bucktooth without somebody saying, "How about them JCs?"
Yeah,
they're beloved here in Bucktooth. It's like a religion here.
It's been a good series so far, and I can't wait to see game 3. Let's get to the other series though. That's not the only hockey happening in New Brunswick.
So on Saturday, myself, Camera, that's Cheryl for anybody that's new listening, Mama and Papa podcast, we headed over to Dalhousie, and the Dalhousie Marauders beat the Elspucktuck Hawks 6-3. Some goal scorers, Pascal Valcourt, might as well say it. What do I always say?
He's good at hockey.
He's good at hockey, huh? And you got to be good at hockey if you're going to have 2 goals and 5 points in one game. So Pascal Valcourt, I just want to say, I'm not going to mention what he said, but I did an interview with him, and hats off to that guy. He's one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. We had a little chit chat, and it's something that it's going to be with me forever. The words that he spoke to me, and one of my favorite guys in the league. I can't say anything bad about this guy. If anybody bad mouths Pascal Valcourt, I'm gonna have some words for you, because to me, he's an A+ human being. So,
Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive Player of the Year, but as a human being, just being so generous, so nice. Thank you, Monsieur Valcourt, and best of luck on Saturday.
Saturday.
So, other goal scorers: Jessica Bernard, 2 goals, 3 points. Francis Thibault, 1 goal, 3 points. Ryan Mockler, 1 goal. Brendan Pearsons with 2 assists. And from Elspucktuck, Peter Traynor with 2 goals. Brody MacArthur, 1 goal. And Alex Arsenault, 2 assists. Very entertaining game. I will say this. I've been watching the Elspucktuck Hawks since 2022. I have never seen a worse period by the Hawks than that first period in Dalhousie. They had nothing. I went back and looked. Their ozone time was less than a minute.
Yeah, they were flat, man.
They were flat.
But man, did they come out flying in the third.
Yeah. In the second, too. In the second was pretty even. But, Peter Traynor and Brody MacArthur right there. And Alex Arsenault putting the points up. It's not the first period that we wanted, and it cost Elsie. Let's not beat around the bushes here. It really cost them that first period. But they fought back like the warriors that they are. Dalhousie was not going to be denied here. You put everything on the back of Pascal Valcourt. This guy is, the longer he is in the league, the better the league gets. And that goes for a few guys. Alex Arsenault, Brody MacArthur, Peter Traynor, Jessica Bernard, Francis Thibault. Like, these are the names that when I'm fucking 80 years old, I'll be like, remember when Pascal did this? Remember when Alex Arsenault did this?
It's funny. We joke about it, but when I was a kid, people would be talking about Don Laren and different guys that they watch play senior in Richard Bucktown. And you definitely see that through the years, Right now, we're still talking about the folklore that is Nick Foran. I love senior hockey. It's fun. It's great. I was talking with somebody. We went to breakfast on Sunday morning, Tracy and I, and we were chatting with somebody from the Hawks organization. And he was like, what else can you do for this price? Like, it's kind of wild when you think about it, but $12, $10 for kids, most places. So for like $50, you can bring your family, have a little bite to eat, maybe $60, bite to eat, watch some hockey. It's good entertainment for the price for sure. That'll get you 2 Wildcats tickets. I mean,
yep, it's crazy. Just Dalhousie got the win on that night. They were back at it the very next day, though.
I got to this game. Hey,
Corey got to this game, and the Allsbuck Hawks beat the Dalhousie Marauders 4-2 in what was probably the better of the two games, just because it was that much more even. Goal scorers: Jeremy Hanna with 2 goals, Robbie Graham with 1 goal, Brody MacArthur with 1 goal, Danny Kret with 2 assists, and guess who? Pascal Valcourt, 1 goal. You can't miss the man. And Jeremy Leblanc with 1 goal. There's a hit, and I must apologize.
There's a few hits.
But there's one specific hit that ended up like injuring a player. And at first look, I'm like, it's not that bad of a hit. After going back to look at it, it's a pretty bad hit, and it was Blett on Mac Brown. And at first I was like, it's a hit from behind. That's probably it. I'm like, it didn't look that bad. And then I looked at it a few times, and I looked at it closer, and I'm like, I feel like an idiot for saying that on the stream, because it was bad. It was bad. It was a hit to the head. Hopefully Mac Brown is okay. Hopefully he'll be back soon, but I hope he takes his time. It's a hockey game. Your life is more important than a hockey game.
There's been some big rough hits this playoffs, and you don't really see that. Mac was like mostly down when it happened to.
He was on one.
There was a rough one on Dalhousie as well. I can't remember who got hit, but I think it was a Trey hit.
It was a Trey. There was a couple of Trey hits.
Listen, Trey laid some hits, but there was one that was definitely very questionable. It was 2-minute, I think he got for charging.
Yeah.
Could have been a 5 for charging. Debatable. I don't think it wasn't much better than that Mac hit, in my opinion.
It wasn't.
It's playoffs. I get it. You get into it, you get a little heated, but I mean, guys got to work on Monday, so Jesus.
The one thing that I got to say to fans while I'm doing the live stream is I had 3 or 4 fans after the hit just yelling at me. Send that to the league. Send that to the league. Listen, we do the podcast. We're not the guys to throw out punishments and all that. They got their own guys.
There's just so we're clear here, the league does not use any videos for reviews.
No.
Whatever the referee writes down on the game sheet is what they go by. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if we have 85 videos and you send league videos, you up and down on your head, you pray. Doesn't matter. Whatever that ref wrote down is what the league's going to go by. They have to. That's the way all senior hockey in New Brunswick's done. And it's the only fair way.
Yeah.
In the future, will we see video review? Maybe there'd have to be video of every game.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You can't unfairly say, oh, we're going to do video review wherever the podcast goes. We're not everywhere.
Yeah.
Amherst does a great job covering their home games with High Button. Not everywhere he does yet. I think we'll get there someday. Maybe then we'll get video review, but for now it's what the ref says. So lay off the angry elf up top recording the game.
But yeah, 4 games, unbelievable. LC battling back. I think that you said that the cool bet odds were Dalhousie was favored, but just slightly.
Dalhousie slightly favored, and then Bucktouche big time favor in that series. Yeah. If you would have bet all 4 games on the home team, you'd have won 4 times.
Because I know Joel bet on Bucktouche winning, and right before the interview that we did that will be announced in the next few weeks, he's like, I put money down on Baktouche. And right before the wrestler came on, I look at Miramichi just scored. And he's like, oh, well, it might be my first bet that I lose.
He's been doing pretty well with them. But yeah, no, if you'd have bet the home team, you'd had 4 wins.
Yeah.
There is some money to be made on Cool Bet.
Yep. It pays off to bet with Cool Bet.
I know there was a lot of Super Bowl betting last night. I always loved the betting which Gatorade is going to get dumped on the coach.
I saw they dumped it. What was it?
It was yellow. It was lemon lime. Yellow. But I know the heavy favorite was red because had the Chiefs won, they've been dumping red Gatorade for their Chiefs colors. But not the best Super Bowl this year. I would say the best action yesterday was senior hockey in Rishabakto.
Hell yeah. I threw a couple of jokes in there every once in a while. When there was 2 minutes left in the game, I was like, 2-minute warning. I'm like, oh, wait, the Super Bowl is tonight.
Did you watch the game?
I did. I was happy. I was happy the Philadelphia Eagles won. But when I didn't watch the beginning of the game, I got into it in the third quarter, and it was
the game was already done, pretty much.
Pretty much, it was like 24-0, and I was like, "What?" Okay, then.
Yeah, I was kind of let down. Normally, it's a little bit closer, but it was a good game. It was fun. I don't know. It was fine. Man, I'm glad that I'm feeling better. Looking forward to getting some games this weekend, seeing what happens. I know there's a game on Thursday. The weather doesn't look very promising for it, so we're going to hope for the best. But we'll see what happens. Do you have anything else we want to throw on the end here, Corey?
Our 3 stars of the week.
Yes, sir.
Will be Pascal Valcourt with 6 points in 2 games.
It's kind of
bananas. Bryce Milson with 3 goals in 2 games, and Grant Donovan with 4 points in 2 games.
Some big games, man. Everybody's got 1 win. Now we're looking at a best of 5 in both series.
Yeah.
Who do you hope wins it all, Corey?
The fans.
I tried to get them there. Damn it, folks. I tried. All right. Sorry that my voice sucks. We're going to get to the interviews that Corey did on the weekend. Corey, do you want to tell me who you interviewed? Do you want to start with in Baktouche?
In Baktouche, I interviewed general manager Ginette Duaron. I saw her in the audience, and she was so animated during that overtime. I was like, I have to interview her. I got Alex Colette, and I got Alex Melançon for Baktouche.
Miramichi on Friday night.
Miramichi, I got Captain Chris Keating and Bryce Milson. In Dalhousie, I got Pascal Valcourt and Jessica Bernard. And in LC, I got Robbie Graham and I got Jeremy Hanna.
Was Jessica wearing his skates when you interviewed him?
No, but Robbie Graham was. And there were people there that were taking pictures. And I was like, if that picture comes out online, I have to comment, I'm not short, he's just tall. Yeah, because he was a good 2 feet. Like, he looked like he was 7 feet tall. Like, I got my arm all the way up here. And Robbie Graham's another one. Such an A+ human being. His goal from this weekend is probably my favorite. Because just a one-timer turns to the crowd and just goes, come on, let's go, get loud. I love Robbie Graham. He's one of the best.
I love that the guys are like, all the teams are getting into it. They're starting, you feel the pressure. It's playoffs. Your crowd's there. Everybody's cheering for you. Everybody's getting excited. You were next to Tim.
I was. Tim's such a good guy. I was there with him and his family. And just a sweetheart of a guy. Had fun talking with him.
A hell of a shot of the John Doucette stuff on Trey. The little hit, the pushing, the whatever. John giving him a little trip. Something about the way Tim can be there and recording the exact right thing at the right time as often as he does.
Yep.
There's a skill to it.
Oh, yeah.
Cheryl can do it. Tim is wildly good at it. I don't get it. It's not me. I suck at it. But, man, I do enjoy watching those Tim clips.
Yeah, same here. If you've not seen I Am Tim on TikTok, might as well go give him a follow because you'll be entertained.
Tim Sutton on Facebook as well.
Yep.
this is all we got. We're going to throw to those interviews right now. Corey, thanks for the live streams. Thanks for going everywhere on the weekend. Hopefully I'll be with you this weekend some.
Hopefully. But it was my pleasure, buddy.
We'll see what happens. All right. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Take care. Corey with the podcast here. I'm here with General Manager Ginette Doiron. The Bucktooth JCs win it in overtime. A bit of a scare there. Seeing you in the crowd bounce around, I see the passion that you have for this team. How does it feel getting the first win of the playoffs?
It feels amazing. You just said it, my passion. I think I had like 5 heart attacks watching the game. It feels really amazing. We were undefeated home, so starting the series of the playoff and having a home win is very crucial and important. Keeps the momentum going, so it was very, very important. Amazing game. Very happy on the win.
Miramichi, you can't sleep on them. A very good team. They clearly won it. It shows the character of the JCs, though, They were up for 2 goals, and then they gave up 2 goals. In overtime, they dug deep, and they got the win. What do you have to say to your team here?
I have to say, amazing work. They stuck to it. There was some up and down in the game, but in all, they stuck together as a team in the big win. And you said in Miramichi just finished the first series with a sweep, so their momentum is really high right now. So they certainly wanted to win too. They wanted to keep the momentum, so it was a very intense game. But kudos to the GCs for not giving up and sticking together as a team.
A back-to-back here, back at it tomorrow in Miramichi. What's the game plan here?
The game plan is just maybe not as an intense game, but you get another win and then come back home and get another win. That's the plan. Play intense, play hard, keep the momentum of the win going and the team spirit.
Congrats on the win and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, I'm here with Alex Collette. A big win, a bit of a scare at the end there. Miramichi Northmen, not a team to mess with, I guess. But you guys found a way, and you got the win. How does it feel?
It feels great. I know we kind of let it slip at the end there, but at the end of the day, they work hard. You know, they're meat and potatoes. They go hard to the net, everything to the net, pucks, bodies, and at the end of the day, it's going to bounce in eventually. And you know, they got bounces, and that's the way it goes.
It shows the character of the JCs, though. You're up 2, you give up 2, but you do it in overtime. You find a way to win. How does this team do this?
Resiliency. I mean, they tie it up. We know it's not over. We know what we can do. We were fortunate. We got a power play. Couldn't convert, but you know, it shifted the momentum back in our favor. And then as soon as we seen Melançon on a breakaway, we knew it was done.
Back at it tomorrow, back to back. What's the game plan for tomorrow?
Same thing. You know, you don't fix anything that ain't broken. It worked tonight. Wasn't pretty, but it worked. So I think it's the same game plan going in. Maybe we won't be as rusty. I mean, we were off for 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks. So we got our legs under us. I felt we started a little slower than we would have liked, but at the end of the day, it all worked out. So
the win happened. That's all that matters. Congrats on the win, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Corey.
Thank you. Je suis ici avec Alex Melançon, le overtime winner. Comment ça fait le gagner? C'était assez loud ici. Comment ça fait?
C'est un bon feeling. C'est les fans, ils ont showé up. Puis même avec la tempête, ça démontre comment que nos fans aiment ça, venir nous supporter. Puis ça aide vraiment beaucoup. Belle passe de coéquipier Alexandre Jacob, puis Alex Savoie. Puis c'est ça, tout seul. Puis ça qui est arrivé. Puis on est vraiment excité avec l'outcome là.
Il n'y a rien comme du playoff hockey. Cette place ici était assez loud, c'était fou. Qu'est-ce que tu as à dire à les fans et les JCs?
Je dirais que c'est les meilleurs fans, best fans in the league. Toute la saison, c'était pas juste en playoff qui ont showé up. On voit toute la saison, c'était pas mal proche de sold out. Donc tu vois, avec une bonne équipe qu'on a, on a beaucoup de bons vétérans, Patrice, PA, pis ça. Puis les fans veulent les voir jouer. Puis on démontre à chaque soir qu'on essaie d'être la meilleure équipe de la ligue. Puis c'est ça qu'on essaie de montrer là.
Demain, vous êtes back sur la route à Miramichi. Qu'est-ce que le game plan?
c'est sûr qu'avec une late win comme ça, il est tard, puis on va essayer de se récupérer de ça, puis pas trop sortir sur un high demain. Ça va être un autre tough game pour nous autres. À Miramichi aussi, c'est surtout des grosses games. C'est une équipe qui joue très physique, très fort, puis they don't give up. On voit à la fin de la game 4-2, puis on revient à 4-4. Donc on va être sûr d'essayer de continuer le même game plan qu'aujourd'hui, puis essayer de trouver des façons à faire des buts là, contre Daniel.
Félicitations sur le big win, puis bonne chance demain.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Go ahead.
I'm here with Bryce Milson. Hell of a game for the Northmen. They tie the series up. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, what a group of guys in there. Down 4-1, a 7-minute penalty kill. We get scored on 3 times, and still we're up on the bench. We know we can come back, and we get the job done.
The Miramichi Northmen, it's one of those teams you can't sleep on them. You're back at it on Thursday in Bucktouche. The key here is how do you beat Bucktouche at home?
Well, it's tough. I mean, they haven't lost all year at home, so I mean, we got to do exactly what we did last game. I mean, let the chips fall where they fall. But we did a good job last game, and we could have won that in overtime, and they ended up coming out with it. But they got a good team, so do we. I mean, we just got to go in there and play our game.
You're a hell of a great player, but also Chris Keating with a multi-point game and Grant Donovan. This team, what do you have to say to your teammates?
Oh, they're warriors. I mean, those guys are out there taking a beating, giving a beating every night. They don't take a shift off. You can't say that about any other team in this league, that every guy on our team is ready to go to war every night, get hurt, come back, block shots, make hits, take hits. It's just a great group of guys. So, I mean, I'd bet on us any day.
Like the song says, the Miramichi men are the tough one. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, Corey. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sounds.
Here with Captain Chris Keating. Hell of a big win at home. A comeback win, too. After a 7-minute penalty, the effort of this team is unbelievable. Talk to your fans.
Yeah, we can't say enough. I mean, we've been doing it all year. We never give up. We did the same thing down there last night. And like I was telling Nathan, we very easily could have won that game last night. We controlled the entire third period in overtime, and we were fortunate enough to win tonight.
There's nothing like playoff hockey, and you pushed so hard in this game, multi-point game. Your teammates, talk to me about them.
Oh, it's unreal, man. We got something special here. We have a great dressing room, and getting Coors Lights to the ice. I mean, we're all pulling in the same direction, and I think we're in a good spot right now.
Back at it Thursday. What's the game plan going into the Bucktouche barn?
Same thing. I mean, I think we got to come out and give 60 minutes. We played a good 2 games here, but I think we got more. We got to come out and puck drop and carry the pace.
Congrats on the win, and best of luck on Thursday.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, boys. Yeah.
Here with Pascal Valcourt, a big win for the Marauders at home against LC, game 1 of the playoffs. How does it feel?
Good, man. We were lucky to get a little rest, and I think it showed for the first period at least. We came with a lot of energy, and it paid off. And then we knew obviously that LC was going to come back strong, and they did a good job at getting us a bit of nerves in our body anyway. And then, but the guys played solid. Fans were loud, and it was a lot of fun out there.
LC and Dalhousie, 2 teams that were very equal this year. I've predicted this is going to be the series of all series. What do you do tomorrow, 2:30 in LC? How do you prepare?
As much as it's fun to win at home right now, it's try to go, and already past midnight, you forget about it. You come back tomorrow and you try again. I think we did a good job again, showing our speed, our offensive play, trying to control and tiring them out. So it's same thing tomorrow, and it shows. If we stay out of the box, we can be successful. If not, they've got a hell of a power play, and they'll make sure to make it count. That's for sure.
A bit of an award before the game, the Offensive Player of the Year, 2nd year in a row. How does that feel?
Good. I mean, it's pretty easy when you play with Jessica and Parsons and Pelletier and all these guys, and I mean, it's fun. It's fun. It's a good recognition as a team as well. Like Francis Thibault as well, Defenseman of the Year, just shows how many talented people we have on this team. But it's fun, man. Everybody can contribute, and that's what I think we're dangerous when it comes to playoffs.
Are you going to celebrate with a poutine with vinegar?
Maybe not tonight. Maybe I'll keep it for Super Bowl Sunday there.
There you go. Congrats on the win, and best of luck tomorrow.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. All right, I'm here with Jessica Bernard. A big win for the Marauders. You guys went up A little bit of fumble at the end there, but you guys kept it going, got the win 6-3. How does it feel?
I mean, it feels good, especially after not playing for 3 or 4 weeks for some of us. We came out to a hot start, and then. Third period was back to reality. We got to respect LC. They have a good team. They got some dangerous players, and they proved that in the third. But we were lucky to recover and come out with a win and get ahead in the series first game.
A team effort as well. You got a hell of a great team with you. What do you have to say to your teammates?
Oh, everyone buys in. I mean, we have a lot of guys that were here last year, so a lot of experience to know what it takes to win, and we're a close-knit group, and everyone puts their best foot forward, and there's a lot of pride in that locker room.
You're back at it tomorrow, 2:30 at the Kent North. What's the strategy here?
I mean, right now it's drive back 3 hours and get some sleep, try to recover, and come out and weather the storm first 10 minutes and to make a hockey game out of it tomorrow.
Hell of a big crowd here tonight. The Marauders fans so passionate. What do you have to say to the fans?
Oh, I mean, we got the best fans in the league. We're loud and proud, and it's an honor to play in front of these people every night, and it's incredible the support we get in the Restigouche region, and we're proud to wear that crest on our chests.
Best of luck tomorrow. Congrats on the win. Enjoy this win with your teammates.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Here with Robbie Graham after a huge win at home for the Hawks. What is it with this rivalry with the Marauders? You guys are so far apart, but it seems like you hate each other so much.
Yeah, I think the past 3 years always been a challenge against them. I think they have a similar style to us, but today I think we brought it to them, worked hard, finished our hits, and we got them off their game, so that was good.
You're back at it next Saturday. How do you beat this team at home, at their home barn? Because both teams are very equal, very good at home. So what's the key point here?
Start off hot. When we started over there, our first period was awful, probably the worst period we ever played. But then in the second and the third, we were doing good. So once we get over there, try and play all 3 periods, kind of like what we did today, and then we'll see what happens.
Jason Ryu, in net, incredible today. What do you have to say to your goalie?
He stepped up when they had clear empty nets, and he managed to stop the puck, especially at the end. So without him, I don't think we would have won. So if he could bring the same energy, same next game, should go good. So he was definitely one of our key components to winning.
The Hawks fans were in Dalhousie yesterday. You got one of the best fan bases here. What do you have to say to the Hawks Nation?
Thanks for supporting, and we can definitely hear you when we're out there. So it's always it's like the 6th player, and they definitely help us get the win. So yeah, like you said, we probably have the best fans out there. So it's nice to have on our side.
Captain Robbie Graham, congratulations and best of luck on Saturday.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Corey here with Jeremy Hanna. 2 goals tonight. Stepping up big for the Hawks in the playoffs. You did all season, but what does it mean to play for the El Spucktuck Hawks?
I think it's pretty cool. There's a strong community here and a strong culture, and I think everybody's united as one, and it's nice. It's nice to be a part of that for sure.
Hawks Nation followed you guys to Dalhousie. They were so loud. What do you have to say to Hawks Nation?
I think they're awesome. We have the best fans in the league by far. They support us at home and on the road, and there's nothing better than that. Go Hawks.
Go Hogs. There you go. Best of luck next Saturday, and congrats on the win.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.